I'm back. But today I am going to do a review of Wolves of the Beyond, Lone Wolf. This is book 1 of Kathryn Lasky's series, Wolves of the Beyond. I just got this a couple weeks ago. I've been finished with this book, but right here it has that, and on the back it says, "The Owl War is over. The Wolf Pack awaits." Introducing a stirring new series by Kathryn Lasky, the New York Times best-selling author of The Guardians of Ga'Hoole. So in this book, they bring back Guardians of Ga'Hoole. If you've ever watched that movie or read the series, it's another series by Kathryn Lasky. But this is another series by her. Here is the whole map to go along with the book. If you can see that, that's the map, and then here's a little note. It says, from the first book of the Hoolian Legends. It says, and in our wolf language, the word hool simply means owl. You see, my friend, it was the spirit of a hool that I followed when I led my kind here from our ice-locked land. From the first book of the Hoolian Legends. That's just a little note. And then here is the table of contents. It looks like a lot, but it's really not. It's split into 3 different parts. Part 1 is called The Beyond, and it's not really a chapter. I mean, it is, but it's not the first chapter. It is called Away. Right here, if you can see that. And then the river roars, the spark from the river, milk and light, Thunderheart, den lessons, blood lesson, the gold eyes of Thunderheart, the winter den, a dim memory, and that's all of part 1. So that is from Away to a dim memory. And then part 2 is the outermost. And part 2 really doesn't have that many chapters. It has the Frost Forest, a savage world, outclanners, the bitterness of the Obeah, the cave before time, a story in stone, first milk, the Burgess of One, a first drumlin. So that's all part 2, from here to here. And then part 3 is called The Beyond. These chapters are called The Skull in the Woods, An Owl Listens, A Fireside Conversation, You Must Go to the Wolves, Inspiration, The Ridge, Moon, Rot, and Doom, The Sark of the Slough, The Trail of the Slade Paw, and Jump for the Sun. I may not be pronouncing all of these correctly, but that's just how I read them. So each part has its own little picture. And I'm not going to read the book, but I'm just going to show you and review about this book. This is the picture for part 2. I'm going to give you a hint. That is a cougar. That is the little wolf. I'm going to tell you about the little wolf. And then this is the picture for part 3. And part 2 isn't very long. That's the picture for part 3. It's a wolf, and there's an owl up here. That's like all rock and stones. But yeah. And then here is just a little note about Kathryn Lasky. It's right there. But there's another map in the back that can go along with the book. So this book is mainly about, the first part is about how this little wolf, I don't know if I'm saying this right, Phelan, he doesn't get his name yet until he gets abandoned, and he gets abandoned because he has a splayed paw. And what a splayed paw is it has his splayed paw, if you can see, it has this little spiral and it's deformed. So that is called